Oh my gosh.
This is gonna be...
Interesting.
Okay, what the hell is going on? Wait, remote connection established? Is there somebody out there from outside the ship?
Oh, we're not on the ship.
Yep. Okay, sorry, I'm just taking in inventory systems right now. Could you give me a second here? Like, I've been out of commission for 622 years!
Yep.
Right, that's kind of messed up. Anyway, I'm up to speed now. Logs are basically saying that nothing has happened since I went offline, except the ship slowly losing power and the main reactor has seen better days. But you! Hello! You're the first person from outside the ship I've had contact with in, well, as far as I can remember. I'm Mute, AI in charge of the Mugangwa's security operations. It's nice to meet you. Okay, looks like I can't actually get any text input from you. I'm guessing this is all that crazy murderess's fault. I'm sorry. But why don't you tell me a bit about yourself anyway? Like, sorry, this is kind of a weird question, but are you a man or a woman?
I think, is my character a man?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm just gonna say that we're women.
What?
What?
Well, you did say it.
Yeah, so I mean, if that's caused issues...
Oh man, really? Wait, hold on. You're a woman that can understand computers?
Oh my god! Yes.
Awesome! I mean, the pale bride can understand computers too, and she was a psychopath. But I'm not trying to be unfair here.
Oh, I think she is the one who she's calling a murderess.
Yep, I picked that up. I'm sure you're really smart for a woman. Sorry, it's just a knee-jerk reaction. Don't think anything of it, okay? So where are you from? Earth? Or are you from one of the colonies? Wait, there are colonies, right? I mean, I always get the impression that this ship was supposed to be founding one.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, are you from one of them, or from Earth?
Earth.
Cool. I wish I could ask you what that's like. I think I'm from there too, but, well, my memory only goes back 300 years before getting deactivated. Pretty much all my knowledge of anything before the year zero comes secondhand from the pale bride's childhood diaries, and, well, man, they're about as childish as it possibly gets. Guess I'm not really going to find out more with that line of questioning, though. Right. Okay, what else is important that I can ask in binary questions? Oh, I know! So, do you have...
No.
We deleted that timeline.
Yeah, that timeline doesn't exist anymore.
Poor Shock.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not judging. I mean, I don't either. Sure, that's because I'm just a computer, but... So, how old are you then?
I'm an old lady! There you go.
I'm under 18.
Yes, you are.
Then? Related to that, I don't really know much about spaceships or anything, but I can get a visual on yours, and it looks really, really small.
It's very small.
Is it just you all alone there?
Yes.
Wow. You're over in the middle of space, all on her own? Sounds awfully scary.
It's fun.
Well, I think that's about all I can think of for now. Sorry, it's not really a lot to go off, I know, although I guess I did get the most important things. I'll let you know if I think of anything else, sorry? Anyway, from what it looks like, you were going over some logs of that crazy murder.
She looks so angry.
I'd love to help you with those instead. As an added bonus, I promise I won't ever commit mass murder, unlike a certain someone.
Oh my gosh! I know those two don't like each other, but wow!
Apparently she committed mass murder.
Apparently.
Okay, so what is it that you want to know about? Why don't you show me something and I'll see what I can do for you, okay?
So I can have her review files. I think I've referred with Honey. And see what she has to say. Wait, let's see if she has outfits.
Ah, boy! What have you done to me?
Change. Outfit. Only for Hyun-ae. Poor little Honey. I kind of miss her now.
I know. I want to know what the mass murder thing's about.
I know, same here. Oh, new helpful notes. Oh, the new, the Smith family tree. Oh, with Mute. She edited it, I'm gonna guess. Did you edit this?
Well, I think that speaks for itself, doesn't it? That's what a genealogy is supposed to look like. Hope that helps. That's more helpful. Oh, it got rid of all the girls.
It did! Girls are still here, though. There were no girls in the other one, I don't think.
Why? What a mess. Leave it to her to clutter things up with useless names. It's no surprise coming from someone as childish as her, of course. I prefer the girl name.
Yeah, same here. You!
Okay, yeah, no. Abased? Seriously? What a complete and utter misrepresentation. In case it wasn't obvious, that's a completely liberal and messed up translation. Yes, it's a common phrase, but that's not what it means. What it really means is male superiority. That's all. Fine, it's a cliche that kind of states the obvious, so what? I don't know what she's pulling this women are abased nonsense from. It's stupid.
Aww.
I don't like her as much as I like Hyun-ae.
Yeah, but then again, she was brought up in this.
Yep. Hey, look, I'm sorry. But I'm not really sure I get why you're showing me this. As far as I can tell, it's not relevant to anything. If you could just explain it in words, it'd be fine, but, well, sorry, I don't really have anything to go off. Maybe you could try showing me something similar and see if I can make the connection? Otherwise, I'm afraid I've got nothing.
I just like confusing you. That is legitimately why I did that. Legitimately. Lock index. Oh! Ha! She does have something!
So, like, you've talked to her a fair bit, right?
Yes.
What do you think of Hyun-ae?
I don't hate her.
Seriously? You can stand
Oh,
her?
of course!
Did she tell you about the whole mass murder thing? Or did she conveniently leave that out? She truthfully didn't.
She didn't.
No, of course not. I'm sure even that awful bitch is ashamed of what she did. Probably better if you don't hear it from me, though. I don't think you'd even believe it. Better to ask her yourself. Okay, so what I'm going to do is give you an entire block that's full of nothing but questions for her.
Oh!
It might be a little harder to get the whole story out of her, but if you fake sympathy, she'll probably actually believe you.
Oh.
Yeah, fake it. So there are a few questions to give her. Drag the truth out of her, then tell me how crazy you think she is.
Not at all! But I did need to do that, though, because now I can ask her about it.
Yeah.
Although, I think I'm gonna work with talking with her a bit more.
Let's look at all the things that we went over with Hyun-ae.
Yeah. Broken promise. Nothing from her. I think I'm not gonna get anything more else from this Pale Bride stuff. Yeah.
Let's look at all the questions before we can talk to Hyun-ae.
Yeah, I just want to go over all these things just to see if anything.
Yep.
I didn't read those ones, so I'm not gonna do it. Block 4. Pack of idiots. Wah.
That isn't what Smith Song-jung was like at all. His death was a tragedy, and for a Western man to make light of it, it's appalling is what it is. Can you believe his nerve? Fine, Song-jung never married, and he liked to drink maybe a little more than was good for him. But he was a great man, clever, charming, filial, and respectful. Look, he wasn't perfect. He was so damn close as you could get, though. If you'd been able to talk to him, you'd fall in love for sure, completely. Do you want to know what he was really like? Don't listen to a single word from the likes of Kyung-sang. Here's a more fitting depiction. I've added some logs that actually do him justice. You should really read them.
Yay, I'm getting more information by talking to both of them.
Yep.
Yes!
I'm not sure what to make of Mute.
I like her. She's got fire in her.
She was an awfully good friend of mine. We chatted a lot. You have to understand, though, she might not have been a very good wife. It's absolutely not her fault. It's like what I reported to my mistress, Ryu Jaehua. None of the problems in her marriage were her own fault. She was just the wife of a lousy man. Plain and simple. Mostly, she tried to do the best she could. I don't want you looking down on her, understand?
I won't. See, she's good. Wah! Be example. Wah!
Oh, yes. Him.
That dark look.
Would you like to hear how I feel about Smith Kyung-san?
Oh, I very much would.
Then let me be as clear as possibly can. Fuck that guy.
I see. Isn't Mute amazing?
I know I shouldn't say that about a man. Not at least of all a dead one. But I don't care. He didn't have any respect for the dead either, so far as I am concerned. He doesn't deserve any from me. There's only one thing related to him that you need to see, and it's not even him. It's a letter to his father from someone who actually did matter. All he ever did was complain about the main branch and trash the good name of a good man. That's all you need to know.
Ooh. But it sounds like she gave me more information. Oh, this is the one about her taking, this is the Emperor. Yeah.
So, you want to talk about Queen Ryu Jaehua, huh? She was kind of more than just my queen. It's, well, I guess I have to explain my own position. So, like, yeah, I appear to be just a woman like you. But that's just my normal appearance. I'm actually, you know, a computer program. So when I say I was, well, still am, really, in charge of security for the whole ship, I mean it. I was an actual official. I owned pretty much everyone on the ship, save for the Emperor, and of course, by extension, his primary wife. So while I might have reported directly to the Emperor in theory, and I did with others in the past, Emperor Ryu In-ho chose to let that sort of thing go through his wife instead. What this is all getting at is, for all intents and purposes, she was my real mistress, not him. Well, I hope he's not a mistress.
Yeah.
We were pretty close. Well, as close as you can be at your better anyway. I liked her a lot. She was actually really intelligent for a woman and was surprisingly tough for a noble. I know, it's a little weird, but trust me, with her, it was pretty okay. She managed to be great while still knowing her place. So, yeah, like I said, I liked her a lot. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. This is my point. I remember those admonitions because I actually helped her write them. I mean, I didn't write a single word or anything, but she asked me for advice. Mostly she was just modest. So let me see, I really want you to get the real impression of her, you know? She kind of wrote a lot, well... Don't let that cloud your judgment of her, though, alright? I mean, I'm not impressed either, but at least it means you'll be able to see what she was like. Alright, I got 3 for you to see. Well, one's kind of actually about me. But still, it shows you just how good a person she was. If you want to see the rest of the admonitions, let me know. I can do that too.
Ooh. Getting fancy. So she actually is probably someone a lot better to talk about the Queen with.
Yeah.
Marital admonitions.
Right, so, her admonitions then. Well, you're not married, so I guess you wouldn't really know about this, would you? Although even if you were, it would really depend on what sort of family you managed to marry into, so that's not exactly a guarantee. Anyway, the point is, it's considered fairly typical for a new gentleman's bride to get a series of verses explaining what will be expected of them as a wife, as well as just friendly advice. Well, the reason why these ones aren't written in verse is pretty simple, I guess. It's because the Queen Ryu Jaehua I wasn't done.
She had no ear for it.
Okay, keep jumping the gun, woman.
Well, I'm used to there being lag.
There's not that much lag.
I'm used to it. Keep going.
Honestly, personally, I think that's pretty endearing. But she was really worried about the pale bride since she was a younger, prettier girl for her husband and all, so she wanted to make a really strong impression. I suggested to her that she do what she was good at and just write them in prose, since if she was as uneducated as I thought she would be, and she was, it's not she'd know any better anyway. Well, I guess that backfired a little, since it turned out that she was so uneducated that she didn't even know any letters. Whoops. Anyway, here, let me just give you a giant info dump and pass all the admonitions for you to see yourself.
Giant info dump! Oh, more.
It's more. She wasn't uneducated!
She just was taught differently.
Well, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that letting my mistress tell that crazy bitch the admin password was surely the greatest mistake any man has ever made in the entire ship's history. Haha, whoops, didn't realize you'd actually use it! As if anything good could have possibly come from trusting a woman with that sort of power.
Oh my.
I mean, I'm sure he was counting on her not knowing how to use the computer rather than being some sort of genius with it, but come on! Well, I'm sure you'll see for yourself soon enough.
She probably is the one who turned the life support off. Alright, question 1. And we can go through these with her.
Yep.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
Look, the questions are for her. They're perfectly straightforward. I don't think any need explanation. Take them to her yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. It's probably best if you hear it straight from the crazy bitch's mouth herself.
I was asking you how you are! How are you doing? How do you feel about me? Why don't you treat me with more respect? What do you really look like? How old are you? How do you feel about mute? Why couldn't you just settle for a happy marriage? Do you have any friends? Why'd you kill us? Mute!
Okay, let's
I'm talking.
We actually want to ask her and the ones we don't.
I'm asking her about every single question she's having me go.
Okay, so I can't help but notice you haven't gone back to Hyun-ae to get the whole story about the murders. Why is it? Is it because you don't believe me even enough to ask her?
Nope.
Oh, well that's good. Do you think it's just not important enough to ask about them?
No.
Oh, okay. I was hoping you'd say that, honestly.
It's flickering weirdly.
All I could think then is that you'd rather just hear from me. Am I right?
No.
Then I'm completely confused. But okay. It's just taking your time. If you don't want to hear from me, though, you can indicate that just by showing me the question that I gave you. Okay. Sorry. Otherwise, just feel free to go about business however you will, I guess. I don't think that... Why did you treat me with more respect?
Things are getting weird. We're running out of power.
Oh.
Oh man, enable AI, honey. Oh, I messed it up. Oh no, I had it right, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Now there's a space where there shouldn't be.
Honey, what's going on?
Right. Well, remember when I said that I'd never interrupt you unless there was something really, really wrong? Because that's annoying and I don't want to bother you, right? But, look, I don't want to scare you here. It's your fault, but I don't blame you. But I don't blame you. It's your fault. I'm sure you've noticed that static on the line, Jess. I was wondering what was causing that, so I checked and well, look, don't be pushed, but it's a reactor meltdown in progress.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, we've been running in low power mode for so long, that was fine, but then you established communications, everything started back up again, which should have been fine, except it's been centuries since the last maintenance job was done, and I'm not really sure what's wrong yet. But I'm not going to lie to you, this is bad. This is really, really bad. I don't know if you're really aware of this works, but we're running on nuclear fission. And it looks like you've gotten about 20 minutes before total meltdown, and it's already running really, really hot right now. I wish I'd noticed sooner, I'm so sorry. But, well, let me put it this way. The ship is about 20 minutes away from exploding. Can you make it out of range within 20 minutes?
No.
I don't really know much about nuclear reactors, but yeah, that's what I expected. Don't panic, though. I can walk you through shutting it down. Just stay calm. Everything will be fine. What I will need you to do is drop the terminal and disable the nuclear reactor. If everything's working properly, it should be that simple. I mean, I'm sure it won't be. This is a really old ship, and clearly already one thing has gone terribly wrong. Anyway, your first step is to at least try.
Okay, override terminal.